Hey guys, it's Troll 9002. I know it's been a while since I posted last, but y'all know I work retail, and it's crazy this time of year, so I haven't really had time. Not just time to write, but time to read, time to do anything. Um, but I have some time tonight. It's the weekend before Christmas. Today's the 22nd, 1:17 a.m. in the morning. And a few weeks ago, I think it was, I was challenged by one of my favorite YouTubers, not the favorite, but one of my favorite, Karen Story, to write a remix on "Twas the Night Before Christmas," and I think I did okay. But you guys let me know in the comments, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and lean my phone back, and here we go. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and none of us could sleep. Everyone was clamoring and stirring to open presents, just one little peep. BTD hung his tea bag on the side of his cup in hopes that everyone would go to bed and he could open his presents up. The Harrier jet was parked for the night on the roof, while the booby copter was still out for the night, Karen and Rhonda looking to rob Santa of his presents loop. Bonnie and the girls enjoyed a good pitcher of hot cocoa, while Kendra spiked the eggnog. Troll had her eyes set on Santa and his reindeer, and she wasn't going live, but she was going to make her first real vlog. The lights were in the shape of a runway so Santa could land here in the yard with no trouble and hand out our gifts. I laughed at the fact that Scott is 100% sure he wasn't getting shiznit. Tracy thought she could flirt her way into something cool, but I knew better. She was just as bad as Scott. But Santa finally showed up. It was almost dawn. The moon had set and the stars were disappearing into the day. He almost skipped the house because we were all plotting on him, and we were all wide awake. Everyone had finally fallen asleep except for the sneaky little troll, that's me. She had her phone ready and she didn't care about if she got a present or not. She photographed Santa on the roof and waited for him to come down the chimney with care. He threw out all the presents real quick, and the troll couldn't help her bad shots as the Christmas lights threw off an awful glare. Back up the chimney Santa flew real quick. His reindeers looked tired, and Tracy told the troll to get in the sleigh if she could. It was a triple dog dare. So giving up on taking indoor pics, the troll ran outside and up the ladder where she hopped into the back of the sleigh. Santa popped out of the chimney and took off quick as he could. It wasn't his regular reindeer, so he called out to them as quickly as he could, list their names. And he chuckled, and he would say, "Now Angel, now Dooley, on Henry too, on Carol, Veronica, and the rest of you." A snap of the whip and a swift jerk, and off we flew. I waved goodbye to the full house of company, and this is the part that's true. I made it all the way back to the North Pole without being caught in the back of the sleigh. It wasn't until a reindeer ratted me out, but which one's name I will not say. But I was in a pickle and didn't know how to explain myself to the man in the big red suit. I thought he was angry, mad at me, and I was freezing cold intolerant rather than yell at me. He brought me in out of the cold for a hot fire and some really good soup. He chuckled a bit and asked me to explain my thoughts on YouTube and how it worked. After boring him with a lot of details, he showed me his own YouTube channel that had proof that he and the Mrs. Claus were so cool that they even knew how to twerk. He showed me that he was a subscriber of mine and he loved my brown snowman story. I was having such a good time until my eyes started to get heavy and I fought the sleep away for as long as I could. That's when I heard Santa and Miss Claus talking about my light-hearted soul, and that I had to be punished for hopping in the sleigh, and so it was decided I would be put to work chiseling out naughty kids' coal. I don't know how long I was there, but I expected to wake up and be back seeing Christmas lights glare. When my eyes opened up again, I was put to work chiseling coal right next to a rainbow-colored bear. The gang at the house reported me as missing. They sent out search parties and dogs and people to call my name and listen. After 3 weeks, I had vanished without a trace. No one had any clue I was working at the North Pole still. I knew I deserved all that I was getting, and I never got used to the chill. Finally, it was time for me to go home. It had been a whole year. I had hacked up coal for naughty children to get in their stockings. And just like that, the year before, it was almost light out when we got back to what used to be my place that I could just walk in. It was still my place, but it was oh so clean and decorated with pretty candles and lights. It was a memorial made by the people who loved me and assumed I had lost my life. They were all asleep. The copter was parked in Santa's spot. The Harrier was on the roof, and Tracy was still a Scot. Santa dropped me off with a bag of my own to give to those who were still there waiting for me. I walked in the door and was surprised by what I saw. Everyone hopped up and rushed at me to give me hugs with cheerful thoughts of glee. "Where have you been all this time? You couldn't call or write or tell us where you've been? Or what things did you see?" I handed out all the packages to them all, but there was nothing for me. Speechless, I went straight to work. I showed them the videos I took in Santa's YouTube page and the video of him and the missus as they could twerk. Grateful and happy to be home, I settled down for a long winter's nap. Being away from my usual, like for a year, I had lost a lot of weight and was no longer fat. Being open-minded, I thought of why I had gotten nothing for Christmas that year. Then I thought long and hard and realized I still had my friends and family, and by myself I shed a few tears. Of joy and gratefulness, I had learned so much just by the way they memorialized and kept my place neat as can be. So if you feel yourself stressed out by this one day a year, take a step back, reorganize your priorities. Or if you have to, just take a trip to the North Pole like me. I love you all and Merry Christmas to you. If you followed me this far, the poem is over and you made it through. I'll catch you on the next page turn. Thank you for partaking in my channel. It's only 52 degrees. Y'all be proud of me. I am not wearing flannel. Like if you want. Please leave comments. I'll always respond. Subscribe if you dare. For sure, ring the bell. This is Troll 9002 hitting the hay for another day. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all. And seriously, if y'all need somebody to talk to, you know how to get a hold of me. Please, don't think you're alone this time of year, because you're not. I'm always here. Just holler. Love ya.